Good morning, YouTube friends. This is Mama G, and I have a new book for you guys today. You can tell it's a little tattered. It was well loved and still well loved. I should have gotten it in a hardcover, but I didn't. And so you can see that we've really been loving it over the years. This one is a silly story. It's called Imogene's Antlers, and it's by David Small. So let's hop right into it. Here we go. Imogene's Antlers. On Thursday, when Imogene woke up, she found she had grown antlers. Getting dressed was difficult, and going through a door now took some thinking. Imogene started down for breakfast. Whee! But got hung up. Oh! Imogene's mother fainted away. The doctor poked and prodded and scratched his chin. He could find nothing wrong. The school principal glared at Imogene, but had no advice to offer. Her brother Norman consulted the encyclopedia and then announced that Imogene had turned into a rare form of miniature elk. Imogene's mother fainted again and was carried upstairs to bed. Imogene went into the kitchen. Lucy, the kitchen maid, had her sit by the oven to dry some towels. "Lovely antlers," said Lucy. The cook, Mrs. Perkins, gave Imogene a donut, then decked her out with several more and sent her into the garden to feed the birds. "You'll be lots of fun to decorate come Christmas," said Mrs. Perkins. Later, Imogene wandered upstairs. She found the whole family in Mother's room. "Donuts, anyone?" she asked. Her mother said, "Imogene, we have decided there's only one thing to do. We must hide your antlers under a hat." Norman telephoned the milliner. At 3 o'clock, the milliner arrived. Rapidly, he sketched a few designs, then set to work. "Voila!" said the milliner. "Bravo! Bravissimo!" cried his assistants. Thud! Imogene's mother had to be carried away once more. After dinner, Imogene practiced her piano lesson. Then, yawning, she folded her music, kissed the family, and went to bed. Imogene sighed and remembered the long, eventful day. On Friday, when Imogene woke up, the antlers had disappeared. When she came down to breakfast, the family was overjoyed to see her back to normal. Until she came into the room. The end. So today we have a two-part lesson. What I want you to do is I want you to stop in just a minute. You can pause and go get yourself some pencils, some paper, and some markers or some crayons if you have them. So colors for this one will be really, really good, but you can start out with a pencil if you want and a piece of paper. So go get them. Here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to draw a face, because sometimes people think that the parts of the face are in positions or places or locations that they really aren't. So I'm going to show you just some basic stuff, and that'll help you when you go to draw faces so you'll know where to put things. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a head. So the head is usually kind of an oval shape. Sometimes it's a little bit of a chubby oval, sometimes it's a skinny oval. Let's just say it's an oval. An oval is like a circle that somebody sat on and squashed. So this oval is going to go up and down. So remember, that's called portrait. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but we can find about where the middle of the head is. See where the middle is here? I'm going to draw a line. Of course, I'm drawing it with a marker, so I can't erase it, but this is just practice today. So I'm going to draw a straight line across it. No, that's not part of the head, but it's going to show us where things go. Now I'm going to find about the middle of the head going this way. And I'm going to draw a line right through there. It looks like you did a lowercase letter T, doesn't it? But that's going to show us how to divide this head up so we know where to put things. I don't know if you knew this either, but the eyes don't go way up here. The eyes go right on this middle line. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on each side of, this is the center here. We're going to go on each side a little bit away, and we're going to make just a little bit of a half circle. See how far it is away from this? Right here, I'm going to go the same distance, and I'm going to draw a half circle. That's the start of our eyes. Now watch. We're going to draw an arc, which is just a curvy line that starts before the eyeball and goes up and over it. See that? Starts a little bit before that, goes up and over it, and now we have some eyeballs. Do you see them? We have to draw another arc though because our eyes have eyelids. So right above there, we're going to draw another arc, which is a curved line, and that is our eyelid. We're not done though. We have eyebrows, don't we? Right above here, we're going to draw one more curved line, but we're going to make it a little thicker where it starts and a little thinner where it ends. So it almost looks like maybe a little tadpole or something. See that? Okay, and now for the nose. So we have all this space right here. We're going to draw the nose right on the center line. So I'm going to find about where halfway is of what's left over. You see that? That's about the same amount there as there is there. And right here, I am going to draw another bit of a half circle. A little bit small right there. That's the bottom of our nose or the tip of our nose. Now, this is the cool part. On either side of it, I'm going to draw a little parentheses. Have you heard of that word before? That's called the wings of our nose. Those are those little things on the outside of our nose. So now we have our nose. If we want to, we can kind of almost attach it. I'm going to make a little bit of a mark right there. That looks like it's kind of a flying bird in between two parentheses. See that? Now I have to draw my mouth. So I'm going to draw my mouth smiling. So I'm going to find about halfway again, and I'm going to draw a little smile. But I have lips, right? So I'm going to take right from here, and I'm going to draw a little bump out and a little bump to the end. And then underneath here, I'm going to draw another little line. And now I have my head. Oh, but what? It's missing its ears. So here's the trick for the ears. Sounds kind of crazy. You find about where those eyebrows are, and you're going to draw a half circle, and it goes down to about where the nose goes. See where the nose is? So if the nose goes way down here, we move over and we can see that our ears go there. All right, so there's a basic head. We can add hair on it, we can add a neck on it, we can do all kinds of things, but I don't want to do that. I want to show you what I want you to do next. So get yourself a new piece of paper and a pencil for this one if you can, because I want you to be able to erase if you want to. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take, and if you remember Imogene, she has antlers. At the very end, she has a peacock tail. I want you to draw a self-portrait. That means I want you to draw a picture of yourself. And I want you to add something of an animal that when you wake up in the morning, you might have. What could you have? Well, you could have a fish tail when you wake up. Maybe you could have a unicorn horn. Maybe you could have a bird beak. I don't know what it is, but you're going to draw a self-portrait and then you're going to change it a little bit to add something. Here's what I did. Okay, here I am. I don't really have golden hair. I have brown hair, but I couldn't find a big brown marker this morning, so I gave myself golden hair. But when I woke up in the morning, I had butterfly wings, and I love them. So I want you to draw a self-portrait. Remember though, when you draw the face, about where those eyeballs go and where the mouth goes and where the nose goes. But if you want to draw it just silly, you can do that too. And I would love to see what you woke up with in the morning. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Mama G out.